Okay, so now, while we listen to Money by Cardi B, we're finishing up here, steps 4 through 7, wiring the 3-terminal strip. Okay, let's keep it real quiet, please. Keep it real, maybe this was the wrong song to play. Keep it real quiet, please, all right? I guess just, so we've already got step 3, attaching the DC to DC converter, the out end, to the 3-terminal strip. Red goes to E, so it goes across through E to B, through the diode to A, and then it will come out here D. Black goes to C. So we need 3 different things that we're going to have here to connect to splice together. One is going to be the panel mounted DC, 12 volt outlet. So for this, if you don't have it already, you want to get a red and black zip cord wire, strip 18 inches strip a little bit of insulation off each end where it says 18, stranded, put the quick connects on, and then this plugs in if you don't have it already. Twist them, of course. Put the quick connects on. I'm going to do this as fast as I can. Squeezing here. Squeezing 3 times in 3 different places, and that one just came right off because I'm going too fast. So this is the whole lyrics to the song. It's all right. There's more, yeah. They cleaned it up. Squeeze 3 times in 3 different places. Same thing for the black wire. Quick connect going on. Squeeze 3 times in 3 different places using where it says the little line there, insulated and non-insulated. Okay, test them. They're good. So we're plugging this in to panel mounted 12 volt outlet. Middle one gets the red. It's nice and tight on there, which is good. Outer one gets the black. We're gonna have another pair of wires for the, okay. Yeah, we don't like this. How about this one? Clean lyrics, supposedly. So instead of using the one that we worked on, I'm going to use this one that I bought. That already comes pre-wired. All you have to do is plug in the quick connects. Red goes in the center where it says positive. Same thing as the other one. Black on the outside where it says negative. And the advantage of this one is it comes with its own fuse because we don't have enough fuses in this solar kit. There's a little fuse in here. And the other end is ready for batteries, to attach to batteries. So I'm just going to cut those ends off and strip off the insulation. This looks like 18 again. 18 stranded. Twist it. So that's, and then the last one is going to be our battery cable. And the battery cable, instead of using just a pair of red and black, we're going to use for the red this fuse holder. Cut it open. Now this one is 16 stranded, so a little bit bigger. And it's going to be hard to splice it together with the other wires because it's so thick. So what I'm going to do, as the rain comes down on my head, I'm going to pull some wires to the side, twist those a little, twist the ones left, maybe a few more, And normally this wouldn't be a good idea because this means less electricity can go through the wire, but we're using such small amounts of electricity in this kit, the Solar Lunchbox, that it's all right. So now that's ready to be spliced together on one end, and we'll do the other end. Same thing. Pull some wires to the side, cut them off. The music's not too loud. All right, so this is all going to happen inside of our box, project box, and the project box, of course, is inside of the Solar Lunchbox. So what we're doing is, for the two 12-volt outlets, so all the wiring fits, we're feeding those in through the left. And here's one. Here's the other one with the long cord, which is good because we can pull it out farther. And then the third set of wires, third pair of wires, is the battery cables. And what we're doing for those, I'm having trouble getting this through. If you just twist them together temporarily, then it will go through. And then pull them apart. Don't pull enough wire in there so it's easy to do. You can always pull it out again later. The third pair of wires is the battery with the fuse. So I have a red wire already. Now I just need a black wire. And I think what I'll do is since there's lots of black wire here, I'll just cut some of this off. The red wire I'll keep. The black wire I'll strip it. It's already stripped at one end. And you guys are going to do this next if you haven't already, and we have people who can help you. So now here's a pair of red and black that can be for the battery, and these are going to come in on the right hand side. And then on the other end of them we need quick connects to plug them into the battery. So let's do that. That's why I took some of the strands off here, is to make it easier to fit inside the quick connect, which it does. And the same thing for the black wire, quick connect. How about these lyrics? Are these appropriate? I'm not really listening. Oh. All right, so these wires for the battery are going to go in on the right-hand side. And we're going to just splice together all the red wires and all the black and put them into the 3-terminal strip. So let's grab all our red wires, 3 pairs. This one needs to have insulation stripped off it. And we're going to strip off a fair bit, like almost ½ an inch. And that time I got a little too much. Okay, and then, so here are 3, not using the wire for the switch. Don't get confused and use that one accidentally. We're using the wire from the fuse holder. That's going to be the battery cable. And you're using the wire from the 2 12-volt outlets. And all 3 wires we're going to twist together and then put them into the 3-terminal strip. And there's one more little catch to this. I'm going to use a little bit of electrical tape to hold them together. And that's kind of a strain relief so they don't pull each other apart. And the electrical tape, you can just pull it to cut it, but I'm going to actually use a scissors so that it cuts neatly and it doesn't stretch. So I'll get a piece maybe about 1 inch long here. Whoops. Get a piece about 1 inch long, cut it, wrap it tightly around these 3 wires. And also it's covering up a little bit, so now it's the same for the black wires. We've got 3 black wires. If I had black tape, that would be even better. But we got these 3 black wires. We're gonna put these together. Twist them together, and then they attach also to the 3-terminal strip with a little piece of tape on them to hold them together. And again, I'm going to cut the tape so that it doesn't stretch. This is not my commercial, this is my instructional video for you guys. This would be a pretty boring commercial, isn't it? This and long too, commercials are short. Okay, now the 3-terminal strip. So check out our wiring diagram here. Well, you already know because the red wire comes in from E, I mean, across to B, then through the diode to A, so across from A is D. So D is where the red wires are going to go. F is where the black wires are going to go. And we need this little precision screwdriver, and we need to make sure that the holes are already open. And then red wires go into D, so just plug them in there. Hopefully they fit, but that's what the tape is for if they don't quite fit. Plug them in. We don't want any wire sticking, bare wire sticking out exposed, because that could touch another wire and short circuit. So we'll make sure they go all the way in. I think this video I'm making is going to be parental advisory. Parental advisory advised. Tighten the screw as much as I can. Test it, and it doesn't come out. And then the 3 black wires are going across from where this other black wire is into F. So I did twist them up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Make sure the screw is all the way unscrewed. Plug these into F all the way in, so no wires showing. Tight. You can kind of hold it in while you tighten the screw. So this is it now. And the last step, step 7, make sure those are tight, is to attach the switch. Hopefully you haven't accidentally attached the switch wire yet. Here it is, switch red wire and switch black wire. And see, the black wire is really thin, but it's long. A lot of it has been stripped, so I'm going to fold it actually into 3 pieces, if I can, to make it thicker. And then it will be easier to work with. Let's make it thicker, and then I'll twist it. So if we check our wiring diagram one more time, the voltmeter switch, red wire, positive goes to A, and the negative goes to C, just opposite these other red and black wires. Now that's a little tricky because A already has the diode in it, so I'm gonna have to loosen the screw here for A, add this wire along with the diode, and then hold it in there while I tighten the screw again. And then the same thing for the black wire. It's going to go to, the red wire went to A and it came out. Let's try that again. This is probably the trickiest part. The black wire, you can just twist it together with the one that's already there. But this one, you have to get it in next to the diode. So there it goes in there. I'll hold it in with my finger while I tighten the screw. So it's a lot to keep track of here, but if you just follow the wiring diagram, it's not that bad. Last one, C, attach the other black wire from the switch, which hopefully you left long, or maybe you need to splice a little bit extra on with a wire nut. So this one already has the wire here from the 3-terminal strip, from the DC to DC converter, which I don't think is coming out. So I'll just stick what's left, the other one in here with it. Hopefully it squeezes in there. Yeah, it does. Hold it in there. A little tape wouldn't be a bad idea to hold those two together, but not entirely necessary. So now we're done with steps 4 through 7 here, and we've got 2 wires here that are going to the battery. Plug those in. We've got 2 wires that are going to the panel mounted 12-volt outlet, 2 long wires going to this loose 12-volt outlet. And of course the other pair of wires would be the solar panel wires coming from into the DC to DC converter. I don't have those. And there should be glue here on the bottom of this hole, hot glue to fill up the hole so those little wires for the voltage meter don't get pulled out. The voltage meter should face up. That's another mistake here. But basically that's it.